Okay, so I need to point this out right now. So, when you think of severe weather, where do you think severe weather would happen? But more importantly, where would it happen? Let's take instance of the United States first off. The United States is a really good example of severe weather. And earthquakes actually have to deal with that because they form mountains and land in regions like mainly for the western United States. The western United States is a huge ingredient for severe weather because of the mountains and what that has to deal with severe weather is the winds and lapse rates. So take instance of having a classic severe weather outbreak, not really just in the plains, but more of like in the Mississippi Valley, like or Arklatex region, somewhere like in eastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas, northeast Texas, southeastern Kansas, southwestern Missouri, somewhere around there. And in order to have these ingredients, the first thing without any doubt you need is going to be instability. That is where air parcels can rise freely. That's what James Spann said, and he was correct. That would be Cape convection. And in order to have that, you also need storm relative helicity. That's where you have enough energy for thunderstorms to form, or a good amount. That's Cape. That can be Cape as well, or like any type of temperature energy or something like that. And then you need dew points, high dew points, and then wind shear. And wind shear, by the way, is the speed of wind that is changing direction in different altitudes of height, which means that in each altitude on our planet, winds are in those regions, and they can change any direction in those type of altitudes, and that can really set up for severe weather. And it has to be in a really good way. You need all three winds: upper level, mid level, low level. That's low level is warm, moist, mid level is dry, and upper level is cold. You want those to be in like good spots. Like you need them to like really come together to have severe weather. You don't need just cold and warmer to get severe weather. That's not it. You need way more things. And plus capping is another thing. You need little to none capping in order for like thunderstorms to freely explode. But if you have a lot of capping, then it's going to take forever for them to explode. But if the instability goes through the capping, then there'll be thunderstorms that would explode, but it would form really quickly in like 10 to 50 minutes, 10 to 40 minutes or something like that, but they'll probably crash down because they were too exhausted. So like that's another thing. And Oklahoma and Arkansas are actually good examples because you got the Ozarks and Aquita Mountains. Those two plateau mountain regions are really good to have severe weather because of the lapse rates and the temperature and the winds. I'm just saying, whenever you're looking at severe weather or any like models or stuff, always check those main things. And also precipitation as well. You can check the supercell composite. Anything like also updraft helicity is good. Energy helicity is always a good thing, alright? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Alright, see y'all later.